immigration status with SSA. Once you are naturalized, there is no need to visit an SSA office, since all actions will be processed automatically through data share agreements between DHS and SSA. Although it's important to know that if new citizens do not receive a new SSN card in the mail within 30 days, they will need to set up an appointment with an SSA office to request to have a new card be mailed to them and to update their citizenship by providing their certificate of naturalization. All interpreters who are accompanying an applicant should adhere to the following instructions. When the oath of allegiance is administered, when directed by the judge, instruct the applicant to stand, raise their right hand, and repeat the oath of allegiance. As the judge is administering the oath of allegiance in English, interpret the oath to the applicant in his or her own language, giving the applicant sufficient time to repeat each line of the oath. Thank you.
Please be seated. Well, good morning, everybody. As you just good, a live crowd. As you just heard from my daughter, my name is John Dougherty. I am one of the magistrate judges on the Federal District Court here in Minnesota, and it is my great honor, my great privilege, really, to be the presiding judge at this naturalization ceremony this morning. In my time as a judge, I've presided over a lot of naturalization ceremonies, and they are all special in their own way and unique. Think of it this way: all of you here today, I would be surprised if you knew each other. And you have all come to this room from different places. You've all got different stories, and yet you're here all together. And that's what makes this unique, because you're all going to take this monumental step of becoming United States citizens together. As you know from the program for this ceremony, here's the way we're going to do things. We'll begin with the national anthem, and there will be a lot of standing up and sitting down. Just be aware. And of course, if you're in any way limited, don't worry about it. Just stay in your seat. And then we'll learn a little bit about each other. And don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to tell us about yourselves. But I will read off a list of all the countries that are represented here today. And when your country is called, I'll ask you to stand up and to remain standing until we get to the very end. It'll be done by a series of alphabets. The first alphabet will be the countries that have one new citizen. Then there will be an alphabet for the countries that have two, the countries that have three, and so on until we get to the end, where we will learn who the nation is that has sent the most people to this room this morning. At that point, we will transition to what is the heart and soul of what we're doing here this morning. Ms. Tay, or Officer Tay, I should say, from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, will formally ask me to administer the oath of naturalization to you. I'll, of course, agree to that request. Once you have taken the oath of naturalization, you will be citizens of the United States. I will then have the honor of being the first person to address you as my fellow Americans, and I'll say a few words of welcome and of congratulations. We'll conclude with a video about America. We will recite all together the Pledge of Allegiance, and that will conclude the ceremony itself. Those of you who want to get a photograph afterwards are welcome to stay and do that. The clerk of court, Ms. Kruger, will give you directions on what the traffic flow will be, and you'll hand your camera to an immigration officer who will actually take the photograph. But that'll all be explained at the end. So, let's launch. Let's begin with the national anthem. Please rise. It's called the country list. And as I said, I will call off the countries that have new citizens here this morning. And when your country is called, please rise. Please remain standing. If we do this right, at the end, everyone should be standing. If someone's still in their seat, then I've missed something, and I'll circle back and take care of it. Here are the countries that have one new citizen at this morning's ceremony. Brazil. Congratulations. You get to stand the longest.
I know, right?
Chile.
Yes.
Why don't, the applause is wonderful. Why don't we wait till the end? I think some people might have lunch plans. Okay? So it might take a while. China. Colombia. Egypt. France. Ghana. Israel. South Korea. Morocco. Nepal. The Philippines. Russia. Spain. Uganda. United Kingdom. And here are the countries that have contributed 2 new citizens this morning. The Dominican Republic, Ethiopia, Germany, India, Kenya, and Vietnam. There are 3 new citizens from Canada. There are 4 new citizens from Ecuador. There are 5 new citizens from Liberia. And with the most new citizens, with 12, Mexico. All right, now if you would please be seated, and Officer Tay, if you have a request to make of the court, now is the time to make it.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, the government recommends the oath of allegiance be administered to 52 applicants for naturalization who have been interviewed and whose applications have been approved. They are permanent residents of the United States and have resided within the Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota district for the required 3-month period. They are persons of good moral character who are attached to the principles of the Constitution and form of government of the United States. The government recommends that the court administer the oath of allegiance as required by law so that the applicants may be admitted to citizenship and that the name changes requested in the petitions be granted.
Thank you, Officer Tay. Your request on behalf of the government is granted and the oath of naturalization will be administered. So it is now time in the naturalization ceremony for each and all of you to take the oath of citizenship. This is what legally makes you an American, so let's speak up nice and loud and clear. You'll be repeating the words of the oath after me. I don't mean this to be a memory test. The oath will be up on the screen, and if anything goes wrong with the technology, or even if it doesn't, I'm going to speak slowly, I'm going to stop frequently, so even if you're just following along with what I say, you should be fine. Just a couple of things. This is called an oath, but the word that is used is actually I hereby declare. I say that because there are some people who on religious principle do not